In the cold void of space, an immense black ship drifted silently, its surface absorbing all light. No one knew where it had come from or who had built it. The ship was an enigma, appearing out of nowhere on the edge of human space. This sudden arrival sent shockwaves through the United Terran Federation, causing equal parts fear and curiosity. Captain Emily Drake of the UTS Valiant received orders to investigate the mysterious vessel. The Valiant was a state-of-the-art exploration cruiser, equipped with the latest in human technology. Its mission was to chart unknown territories and make first contact with alien species. But this mission was different. The unknown ship was just there, challenging the Valiant with its inscrutability. "Captain, we're approaching the target," Lieutenant Jackson reported, his voice steady despite the tension on the bridge. "Slow to impulse power and initiate a full-spectrum scan," Captain Drake ordered. Her crew, well-trained and efficient, complied immediately. The Valiant slowed to a crawl as its sensors probed the enigmatic vessel. "Captain, the scans show no life signs, no power readings, nothing. It's as if the ship is completely dead," said Science Officer Talar, her Vulcan features betraying a hint of curiosity. "Completely dead? That doesn't make any sense," Drake muttered. "Prepare an away team. I want to see what's inside." As the Valiant launched a shuttle towards the black ship, Drake's mind raced with possibilities. Could it be a derelict vessel from an ancient civilization? Or perhaps a trap set by a hostile race? Whatever it was, she intended to find out. The away team, consisting of Captain Drake, Lieutenant Jackson, Science Officer Talar, and a security detachment, docked with the black ship. They donned their EVA suits and stepped into the unknown. Inside, the ship was a labyrinth of dark corridors and empty rooms. The walls were made of an unknown material that absorbed all light, making it difficult to see even with their powerful suit lights. "Stay close and keep your eyes open," Drake instructed, her voice steady through the suit's comms. As they moved deeper into the ship, Talar's tricorder began to beep. "Captain, I'm detecting faint traces of an unknown energy source. It's coming from the central part of the ship." "Let's find out what it is," Drake said, leading the way. They navigated through the dark, oppressive corridors until they reached a large chamber. In the center of the room stood a massive black monolith, pulsing with a faint blue light. "What is that?" Jackson asked, awe and fear mingling in his voice. Talar approached the monolith, scanning it with her tricorder. "It appears to be a form of advanced technology, far beyond anything we've encountered. The energy readings are off the charts." Suddenly, the monolith began to hum, and the room was filled with a blinding blue light. The away team shielded their eyes, and when the light faded, they found themselves face to face with a holographic figure. The figure was humanoid, but its features were indistinct, as if it were made of swirling mist. It spoke in a language that none of them recognized, yet they understood it perfectly. "Greetings, travelers. I am the Guardian, the last remnant of a long-dead civilization. You have activated the beacon of knowledge." Drake stepped forward. "I am Captain Emily Drake of the United Terran Federation. What is this place?" "This vessel was once a repository of our greatest knowledge, sent adrift in the hopes that one day it would be found by those worthy of our legacy," the Guardian explained. "But our civilization is no more, and this ship has remained dormant for millennia." "What happened to your people?" Drake asked, her curiosity piqued. "A great cataclysm destroyed our homeworld. We were a peaceful race, dedicated to the pursuit of knowledge, but we were unprepared for the dangers of the cosmos. In our final days, we built this ship and sent it away, hoping it would survive where we could not. Drake felt a pang of sympathy for the long-lost race. What do you want from us? The Guardian's form flickered. This vessel contains the combined knowledge of our civilization. If you are truly worthy, it is yours to share and protect. But be warned, there are those who would seek to misuse this power. Drake nodded. We understand. We will protect and use this knowledge wisely. The Guardian's form shimmered one last time. Then the legacy of my people is in your hands. Farewell, travelers. With that, the Guardian vanished, and the monolith went dark. The away team stood in silence, absorbing the gravity of what had just transpired. We need to get this ship back to Earth, Drake said finally. This knowledge could change everything. As they made their way back to the shuttle, Drake couldn't help but feel a sense of awe and responsibility. They had stumbled upon a treasure trove of knowledge from a long-dead civilization. It was a discovery that could propel humanity into a new era, but it also came with a heavy burden. They had to ensure this knowledge was used for the betterment of all, and not fall into the wrong hands. Back on the Valiant, Drake looked out at the mysterious black ship one last time. It was no longer just an enigma. It was a beacon of hope, a reminder of the endless possibilities that lay beyond the stars. And as they set course for Earth, she knew that humanity's journey was just beginning. The Valiant docked the black ship at the Federation's premier research station, Prometheus. The scientific community buzzed with excitement, eager to unravel the mysteries contained within the ancient vessel. Captain Drake stood on the observation deck, watching as teams of scientists and engineers swarmed over the black ship. The monolith had been carefully extracted and transported to a secure lab. Its secrets were still locked away, but the promise of its knowledge hung heavy in the air. Captain Drake called a familiar voice. She turned to see Admiral Kingston, her superior and mentor, approaching. I hear you've brought us quite a prize. Yes, Admiral, Drake replied, saluting. It's beyond anything we've ever encountered. The knowledge stored within this ship could revolutionize our understanding of the universe. Kingston nodded, his expression serious. Which is why we must proceed with utmost caution. If this technology falls into the wrong hands, it could be catastrophic. Drake understood the gravity of the situation. I've assigned a security detail to the research teams, and we're monitoring all activity closely. We won't let this slip through our fingers. Good, Kingston said, placing a hand on her shoulder. I have faith in you, Emily. This discovery has the potential to change everything, but it's up to us to ensure it's used wisely. Over the next few weeks, the research teams worked tirelessly, deciphering the monolith's encrypted data. The information they uncovered was astonishing. Advanced theories of physics, medicine, and engineering, far beyond human capabilities. It was as if the ancient civilization had left behind a blueprint for a utopian future. One evening, Drake received an urgent call from Dr. Lee, the head of the research team. Captain, you need to see this. We found something extraordinary. Drake hurried to the lab, where Dr. Lee and his team were gathered around the monolith. What have you found, Doctor? Lee's eyes gleamed with excitement. It's a star map, Captain. Coordinates to a distant star system. And according to the data, it's the location of the ancient civilization's homeworld. The room fell silent as everyone absorbed the magnitude of the discovery. Are you sure? Drake asked, her voice barely above a whisper. Absolutely, Lee confirmed. The coordinates are precise, and the data matches the historical records we've been able to decode. This could be the key to unlocking even more of their knowledge. Drake felt a surge of determination. We need to mount an expedition. If their homeworld still exists, it could hold the answers to questions we haven't even thought to ask. Preparations began immediately. The Valiant was refitted for the long journey, and a team of the best scientists and engineers was assembled. The mission was dangerous, venturing into uncharted space, but the potential rewards were too great to ignore. As the Valiant embarked on its voyage, Captain Drake couldn't help but feel a mix of excitement and trepidation. They were heading into the unknown, following a path laid out by a civilization long gone. What would they find at the end of the journey? Ruins of a dead world, or something more? Weeks passed as the Valiant traveled through the vastness of space. The crew remained focused, their anticipation growing with each passing day. Finally, the ship arrived at the coordinates provided by the monolith. "Captain, we're entering the star system," Lieutenant Jackson reported. "There's a planet in the habitable zone, just as the data indicated." "Take us into orbit," Drake ordered, her heart pounding. "Let's see what we've got." The planet below was a lush green world, teeming with life. It was a stark contrast to the desolation they had expected. As the Valiant descended into the atmosphere, they detected signs of an ancient city, overgrown but still standing. "Prepare and await, team," Drake said, unable to hide her excitement. "We're going down there." The shuttle touched down in the heart of the ancient city, its ruins a testament to the civilization's former glory. The air was thick with the scent of vegetation, and the sounds of alien wildlife filled the air. "Spread out and document everything," Drake instructed. "We need to learn as much as we can." As the team explored the ruins, they found evidence of advanced technology and sophisticated architecture. But the most significant discovery came when they entered a vast underground chamber. In the center stood another monolith, identical to the one on the black ship. Dr. Lay approached the monolith, his tricorder beeping rapidly. "Captain, this one is still active. It's transmitting data." The chamber filled with a soft blue light, and the holographic figure of the Guardian appeared once more. "Welcome, travelers," it said. "You have found the cradle of our civilization. Here you will find the knowledge of our people, preserved for those who seek to understand and protect it." Drake stepped forward, her voice filled with reverence. "We are honored to be here. Your knowledge will help us build a better future." The Guardian's form flickered. "Our legacy is now in your hands. Use it wisely, and remember the lessons of our past. Do not repeat our mistakes." As the light faded and the Guardian disappeared, Drake felt a profound sense of responsibility. They had discovered a treasure trove of knowledge, but with it came the duty to honor the memory of the ancient civilization and ensure their wisdom was used for the greater good. The journey back to Earth was filled with anticipation and a renewed sense of purpose. They had not only unlocked the secrets of the mysterious black ship, but had also forged a connection with a long-lost race. As Captain Drake gazed out at the stars, she knew that humanity's future was brighter than ever, guided by the wisdom of those who had come before. And so the Valiant returned home, bearing the greatest gift of all: knowledge, hope, and the promise of a better tomorrow. Back on Earth, the Valiant and its crew were hailed as heroes. The data from the ancient civilization's homeworld was carefully studied and archived, and the scientific community buzzed with excitement. Innovations in technology, medicine, and energy production emerged from the newfound knowledge, catapulting humanity into a golden age of discovery and progress. But not everyone was thrilled by the developments. In the shadows, groups with less altruistic intentions plotted to seize the ancient technology for themselves. Captain Drake, now promoted to Admiral, was well aware of these dangers and took steps to protect the precious knowledge. Security has to be our top priority, Drake emphasized during a meeting with the Federation Council. We cannot allow this technology to fall into the wrong hands. The council members nodded in agreement, their faces serious. We understand, Admiral, President Lawson said. What do you propose? We need to establish a dedicated task force to safeguard the research and oversee its implementation. Only trusted individuals with the highest security clearance should have access to the core data. The Council approved her plan, and soon the Guardian Task Force was formed. Comprised of elite scientists, engineers, and security personnel, the task force operated under the strictest protocols. Drake herself oversaw its activities, determined to honor the legacy of the ancient civilization. One night, as Drake reviewed reports in her office, her comms device beeped urgently. It was Lieutenant Jackson, now serving as her chief of security. Admiral, we have a situation. Unauthorized access attempts on the core data servers. Drake's heart skipped a beat. Lock down the facility and initiate countermeasures. I'm on my way. By the time Drake arrived at the secure research facility, the situation was under control. Security forces had apprehended several individuals attempting to breach the servers. Among them was a prominent scientist, Dr. Ethan Reed, known for his radical views on technology and power. What were you thinking, Dr. Reed? Drake demanded, her voice cold with anger. You jeopardized everything we've worked for. Reed glared defiantly. You're sitting on a gold mine, Drake. That technology could make us gods, and you want to ration it like scraps. Humanity deserves more. This knowledge isn't about power, Drake retorted. It's about progress and responsibility. We can't repeat the mistakes of the past. Reed was taken away, but the incident served as a stark reminder of the ever-present danger. Despite the security measures, the allure of the ancient technology was too great for some to resist. Months passed, and the Guardian Task Force made significant strides. Breakthroughs in clean energy, advanced medicine, and interstellar travel emerged from the research, benefiting all of humanity. Yet, Drake remained vigilant, knowing that threats lurked in the shadows. One evening, as she walked through the research facility, she encountered Dr. Lai. He had been instrumental in deciphering the ancient data and was now a close advisor and friend. Admiral, Lai greeted her with a warm smile. I wanted to show you something. They entered a lab where a prototype device hummed quietly. It was a sleek, black cylinder, its surface glowing faintly with blue light. What is it? Drake asked, intrigued. We call it the healer, Lai explained. It's a medical device based on the ancient technology. It can diagnose and treat almost any ailment at the cellular level. We've already had successful trials. Drake's eyes widened. This could revolutionize healthcare. No more diseases, no more suffering. Lai nodded. Exactly. It's the beginning of a new era. As they continued to develop the healer and other innovations, Drake couldn't help but feel a sense of fulfillment. The legacy of the ancient civilization was being honored, and humanity was on a path to greatness. But she never let her guard down, knowing that vigilance was the price of progress. One day, a distress signal interrupted their routine. It came from a remote colony on the edge of Federation space, under attack by an unknown force. The message was brief and desperate. Help us. They're taking everything. Drake's blood ran cold. She knew they couldn't ignore the call. Prepare the Valiant for immediate departure. We're going to help them. The Valiant and its crew, veterans of countless missions, set course for the colony. As they arrived, the scene was chaotic. Alien ships, unlike any they had encountered before, were ransacking the settlement. "Open a channel," Drake ordered. "This is Admiral Emily Drake of the United Terran Federation. Cease your attack immediately." A harsh, natural voice responded. "This is our territory now, human. Surrender or be destroyed." Drake clenched her fists. "We don't surrender. All hands, battle stations." The Valiant engaged the alien ships in a fierce battle. The enemy was relentless, their technology advanced and their tactics ruthless. But the Valiant was equipped with the best of both human and ancient technology, and its crew was determined. "Target their flagship," Drake commanded. "Let's show them what humanity is capable of." The Valiant's weapons blazed, and the alien flagship shuddered under the assault. In a desperate move, the enemy ship attempted to flee, but the Valiant's advanced propulsion systems outmaneuvered them. "Fire," Drake ordered, her voice cold as steel. A final barrage of energy beams struck the flagship, causing it to explode in a brilliant flash of light. The remaining alien ships, demoralized and leaderless, retreated. As the smoke cleared and the colony cheered, Drake knew that the battle was just the beginning. The galaxy was vast and full of unknown dangers, but humanity was ready. They had the knowledge, the technology, and the resolve to face whatever came their way. Standing on the bridge of the Valiant, Admiral Drake looked out at the stars. The journey of discovery was far from over, and the legacy of the ancient civilization would guide them. They had learned from the past, and with that wisdom, they would forge a brighter future. "Set course for the next system," Drake ordered. "Let's see what's out there." The Valiant surged forward, its path illuminated by the light of distant stars. Humanity's destiny lay among the cosmos, and with the knowledge of the ancients, they were ready to embrace it. The Valiant continued its journey through the galaxy, each new system revealing wonders and challenges. The crew, inspired by their recent victories and the promises of the ancient technology, approached each mission with renewed enthusiasm. The Federation's influence expanded, and the innovations derived from the ancient ship began to reshape the galaxy. Yet, a dark cloud loomed on the horizon. Despite the progress, whispers of a powerful faction that sought to harness the ancient technology for domination circulated through the ranks. This faction, known as the Zenith Coalition, was rumored to be amassing a fleet capable of challenging even the mightiest Federation forces. Admiral Drake was in her office, going over intelligence reports, when her comms device buzzed. It was Lieutenant Jackson. "Admiral, we've intercepted a transmission from the Zenith Coalition. They're planning an assault on one of our key research stations." Drake's heart raced. "Which station?" "Prometheus," Jackson replied, his tone grim. "We need to act quickly." "Prepare the fleet," Drake commanded. "We're heading to Prometheus." The Valiant and its accompanying fleet arrived at Prometheus just as the Zenith Coalition's forces began their attack. The research station, though heavily fortified, was under severe pressure. The Coalition's ships, sleek and menacing, unleashed a barrage of firepower, breaching the station's defenses. "Deploy all fighters," Drake ordered. "Protect the station and engage the enemy." The battle was fierce. Federation ships clashed with the Coalition's forces in a dazzling display of energy beams and explosions. Despite the Federation's advanced technology, the Coalition's ships were formidable, and the outcome was uncertain. Drake piloted her command ship through the chaos, directing her forces with precision. The Valiant engaged the Coalition's flagship, a massive vessel bristling with weaponry. "Captain, we're taking heavy damage," Jackson reported. "The Coalition flagship is focusing its fire on us." "Hold steady," Drake replied, her voice steady. "We've faced worse." With a decisive maneuver, the Valiant closed the distance and unleashed a powerful energy beam, targeting the flagship's weak points. The Coalition flagship shuddered under the assault, but it wasn't enough to disable it. "We need to hit their command center," Drake said. "Jackson, can we get a boarding party over there?" "Affirmative," Jackson replied. Preparing a shuttle for immediate launch, a small team of elite Federation soldiers boarded the Coalition flagship, engaging in a fierce firefight with the enemy troops. Their objective was clear: to reach and disable the flagship's command center. Meanwhile, the Valiant continued its assault, the energy beams from the ancient technology causing significant damage to the Coalition flagship. The tides of the battle began to turn as the Federation forces pushed back. In the flagship's command center, the boarding party fought their way through corridors of alien design. They encountered heavy resistance, but their determination and superior training won out. Finally, they reached the control room and planted explosives to disable the flagship's command systems. "Explosives set," the lead operative reported. "We're heading back to the shuttle." As the team made their escape, the explosives detonated, causing a massive explosion that crippled the Coalition flagship. With their command ship disabled, the Zenith Coalition's forces began to retreat. The battle was over, but the damage had been significant. Prometheus had sustained heavy damage, but its critical systems were intact. The Federation forces began recovery operations, and the injured were tended to. Admiral Drake, surveying the aftermath, felt a deep sense of relief and pride. The Federation had defended its research and its ideals, but the victory came with a heavy cost. The threat posed by the Zenith Coalition was far from over, and Drake knew that vigilance and preparation would be crucial in the days ahead. In the aftermath, Drake convened a meeting with the Federation Council. The Coalition's attack had shown that there were still many who would seek to misuse the knowledge of the ancient civilization. "We've won this battle," Drake said, addressing the Council, "but we must remain vigilant. The Zenith Coalition will not give up easily. We need to strengthen our defenses and ensure that the knowledge we've gained is used for the benefit of all, not just for those who seek to dominate." President Lawson nodded in agreement. "We will support your recommendations. The Federation's future depends on our ability to protect and responsibly use the technology we've uncovered." Drake returned to the Valiant, ready to resume her mission. The journey through the stars was far from over, and the galaxy remained full of unknowns. But with the lessons learned and the strength gained from their experiences, humanity was prepared to face whatever lay ahead. As the Valiant set course for its next destination, Captain Drake stood on the bridge, looking out at the endless expanse of space. The stars beckoned with the promise of new discoveries, and the legacy of the ancient civilization guided their path. "Set course for the nearest uncharted system," Drake ordered. "There's still so much to explore." The Valiant surged forward into the cosmos, its mission clear and its resolve unwavering. Humanity's place in the galaxy was secure, not through domination, but through exploration, innovation, and the pursuit of knowledge. And with each new journey, they would continue to honor the memory of those who had come before, forging a brighter future for all.